In this episode, I'll be making some more 2D tiles and a few bits and pieces to go along with them. Hello again. Now, this one, it's really just an accompanying video to episode 78, which is where I made the 2D tiles and the doorways that you can see on the screen right now. So, there's not really any new techniques in this one. If you've watched that video, then you probably don't need to watch this one as well. That being said, I am going to run through things quickly, just in case you need a bit of a refresher, or if you're new to the channel and haven't seen that one yet. So yeah, as always, there'll be a link in the description to the PDF file that contains all the printable textures, which you can download for free, or pay a small amount if you want to support the channel that way. Either is fine. And with all that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, so just like I did with the previous 2D tiles, I'm going to be sticking the printouts to some 2mm thick grey board, or chipboard, whatever you want to call it. I'll put a link in the description so you can see the kind of thing that I'm using. But you can of course use any kind of cardboard. I just like using this particular stuff as the finished tile ends up looking and feeling like a proper board game piece. Anyway, if we then cut one of the floor patterns roughly to size, we can then stick that on top. And you could print this out on regular paper and use a glue stick to glue it into place, or you can do like I've done here and print it on some sticky back label paper and stick it down that way. Though doing it this way does have the benefit of not having to wait for the glue to dry. Instead, we can start cutting it to size straight away. And I might have mentioned this last time, but because the grey board is pretty thick, you don't want to rush this part. Rather than trying to hack your way through in one go, it's better to make 5 or 6 passes with the blade. But yeah, here I am doing the last side now, and here it is when it's done. It's not exactly rocket science now, is it? And then it's just a matter of repeating that for all of the other rooms and passage tiles. Right then, another thing I made in episode 78 were these archways with removable wooden doors. And since I had some extra space to fill on a few of the pages of this new PDF, I've included a Portcullis texture that can be used instead of one of those doors. And that can be stuck to some 1mm thick card, just like before. So while I'm doing that and cutting it to size, I will say that if you'd like me to make other slot-in door options like a stone door or a rusty gate for example, then let me know and I'll add it to my ever-expanding to-do list. But yeah, once that's done, we can cut out the second Portcullis texture and stick it to the other side. And there you go, we now have a Portcullis which, just like the doors, that can be slotted into one of the archways. So if I bring in one of the archways, I'll go ahead and do just that. There you go. That's how it looks when the Portcullis is closed, and when it's opened, we can simply slide it back out again. Okay, the last thing I've included in this PDF file are a couple more tile overlays, including this stairway here, which has also been stuck to some 1mm thick card. And that can be cut to size as well, along with the trapdoor version. And the idea here is that they can be placed on top of the room tiles to add a few more ways of reaching the lower levels of the dungeon, as previously the only stairs up or down in this particular tile set, they were only featured on the passage tiles. And speaking of stairs up, if I bring in one of the new room tiles and add in the Portcullis, you can see both of these new stairways in action. And that's pretty much everything done. So yeah, as I say, on the whole, there's nothing really new in this episode, just kind of more variations on a theme. Though I will say that back when I did the original video, I also mentioned that I'd been playing around with some cards and some tokens to help generate a dungeon on the fly, for solo or cooperative games, and I've not forgotten about that. I've actually been working on them alongside these tiles. So the plan is to make a video about those next, that is, assuming something like that would be of interest, and if it is, please do feel free to let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching, just a short video this time, but hopefully it was still kinda worthwhile. But yeah, thanks again, and bye for now.